Balance dopamine for more focus. Ever feel like you're constantly battling distractions, struggling to focus, or finding it hard to stay motivated even when you know you need to get things done? You're not alone. The real culprit behind this chaos could be something that's happening in your brain, a dopamine imbalance. You've heard about dopamine, right? That feel-good chemical everyone talks about. But did you know that it's not just about feeling good? Dopamine plays a massive role in your ability to focus, stay productive, and even stay motivated. So, what happens when that balance is off? And more importantly, how can you fix it to boost your focus and get things done? Stick around, because what you're about to learn could change the way you tackle your day. Understanding dopamine. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter, but it's much more than that. It plays a key role in motivation, reward, and focus, helping our brain prioritize what's important and ensuring we stay driven to achieve our goals. Imagine you're working towards something big, whether it's a career milestone or personal achievement. Dopamine releases every time you make progress, giving you that sweet feeling of accomplishment. It's the brain's reward system in action, driving you to stay focused and keep moving forward, even when things get tough. But it's not all about just feeling good. Dopamine also has a huge impact on how we stay organized and focused. When dopamine levels are balanced, your brain can zone in on tasks with laser focus. You're able to prioritize, set goals, and crush them without getting easily distracted. Think about how it feels when you're in the zone, knocking out tasks one after another. This is dopamine doing its magic, pushing you to keep going. Without enough of it, though, staying motivated can feel like an uphill battle. The role of dopamine isn't limited to just work or achieving big goals. It affects every part of life, from relationships to hobbies. It's what keeps you engaged and interested in things you care about. Whether you're working out, learning a new skill, or just hanging with friends, dopamine helps you feel the reward of those experiences. It's what keeps life from feeling like a monotonous grind. But how can we keep that dopamine flowing at healthy levels? Let's dive into that next. You may already know that a lack of motivation or a dip in focus can be signs of a dopamine imbalance. But what happens when you have too much dopamine or not enough? Things can start to feel off, like a mental fog that makes it hard to stay focused or achieve anything productive. It's a tricky balance, but understanding how dopamine works is the first step to managing it effectively. And we're just getting started, so let's explore what happens when that balance is thrown off. The impact of dopamine imbalance. When dopamine levels get out of whack, the effects can be pretty noticeable. Too little dopamine can leave you feeling unmotivated, drained, and unable to focus on anything for more than a few minutes. It's like your brain is stuck in slow mo, and no matter how hard you try, you can't get things moving. You might even start feeling disconnected from things that once brought you joy. Ever feel like you're going through the motions without any real enthusiasm? That's often a sign that dopamine levels are low, and the brain's reward system is on the fritz. On the flip side, too much dopamine isn't all sunshine and rainbows either. Overstimulation can cause a rush of energy that feels great in the short term but can leave you feeling burned out and anxious. This might show up as an inability to relax, constantly jumping from one task to the next, or feeling like you're always chasing the next high, whether it's work, social media, or anything else. It's the kind of cycle that keeps you stuck in go mode, without the ability to just take a breath and reset. This imbalance can also lead to bigger issues, like ADHD. When dopamine is out of balance, staying focused becomes a major struggle. Tasks feel overwhelming, and you might find yourself distracted by every little thing. This can make it hard to get through even the simplest activities, affecting everything from work to social relationships. And because dopamine regulates how we process rewards, a lack of it can even make it harder to stick to long-term goals. Suddenly, finishing a project feels impossible, and motivation is nowhere to be found. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds rough. How do I get it back in balance? The good news is that balancing dopamine doesn't require drastic measures. Small lifestyle tweaks can make a huge difference. So, let's talk about how to get things back on track, and trust me, it's not as hard as you might think. Boosting dopamine naturally. One of the best ways to naturally boost dopamine levels is through simple, everyday lifestyle choices. Diet plays a huge role. Foods that are rich in tyrosine, an amino acid, help your body produce dopamine. Think lean proteins like chicken, turkey, and fish, as well as plant-based options like soy and beans. For a snack that supports dopamine production, try a handful of nuts or seeds. They're not only healthy but also packed with the building blocks your brain needs to function at its best. Adding these to your meals can give your body the right tools to keep dopamine levels in check. Exercise is another game changer. When you work out, your body releases dopamine, giving you that post-exercise rush. It doesn't have to be a marathon or intense gym session, even a daily walk or yoga session can make a difference. Find an activity you enjoy and stick with it. Whether it's a dance class or just stretching in your living room, moving your body boosts not just your dopamine, but also your overall well-being. It's a simple yet powerful way to keep your brain happy and healthy. Sleep is also an unsung hero in the dopamine world. Getting enough rest allows your brain to reset and rewire itself, ensuring dopamine receptors are functioning properly. If you're not sleeping well, your dopamine system takes a hit, leaving you feeling sluggish and unmotivated. So, prioritize sleep. Set a bedtime routine, avoid screens right before bed, and create an environment that promotes rest. Your brain and your dopamine will thank you. In addition to diet, exercise, and sleep, don't underestimate the power of a positive mindset. When you practice gratitude, mindfulness, or even engage in positive self-talk, you're encouraging dopamine to flow freely. Celebrating small wins, whether it's completing a task or just having a good day, reinforces the dopamine feedback loop, making it easier to stay motivated. This holistic approach will not only help balance your dopamine but also support a healthier, more energized you. Now, let's dive into how mindfulness practices can help you keep everything in balance. Mindfulness and dopamine regulation. Mindfulness isn't just about quieting your mind or finding inner peace, it's about understanding how your thoughts and feelings influence your dopamine system. When you're stressed or overwhelmed, dopamine levels can fluctuate, leaving you feeling unmotivated or disconnected. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, help you become aware of these patterns, allowing you to regulate your emotions and manage stress in real time. By simply taking a few moments to focus on your breath, you can calm your mind and prevent that dopamine imbalance from spiraling. Mindfulness also helps by putting you in the present moment. Instead of getting caught up in worrying about the future or ruminating on past mistakes, you start to experience the here and now, which can be incredibly rewarding. When you practice being present, your brain is less likely to chase fleeting rewards, which can drain dopamine levels over time. It's about finding satisfaction in the moment, instead of relying on external distractions. It's this kind of shift that helps maintain a healthy dopamine flow. Another mindfulness technique that's incredibly helpful for dopamine regulation is body scanning. This practice involves mentally scanning your body from head to toe, noticing areas of tension or discomfort, and then releasing them. It's a quick way to relieve stress and, over time, helps your brain maintain balanced dopamine levels. The more you do this, the more in tune you become with your body's needs, allowing you to keep your mental and physical health in harmony. Stress reduction techniques like these are essential because chronic stress is a major disruptor of dopamine. It can make your brain crave quick rewards, leading to burnout or feelings of dissatisfaction. Mindfulness helps you break that cycle, teaching you how to respond to stress in a way that doesn't throw your dopamine system off. With these practices in your toolkit, you'll be better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way, without letting it mess with your motivation or focus. The importance of dopamine for productivity. Dopamine plays a crucial role in productivity, and when it's balanced, it becomes your best friend when it comes to getting things done. Think of it like fuel for your brain's engine. It helps you focus, prioritize, and stay on task. When dopamine levels are steady, you can enter that productive flow state where time flies by, and you're knocking out tasks without even thinking about it. That feeling of being in the zone is your dopamine at work, enhancing your cognitive performance and making productivity feel effortless. The real magic happens when dopamine helps maintain your attention span. Without enough of it, staying focused on a task for more than a few minutes can feel impossible. But when you've got that healthy dopamine balance, you'll find that it's much easier to concentrate, whether you're working, studying, or even engaging in hobbies. A steady dopamine level helps you maintain sustained attention, meaning you're more likely to complete long-term projects without constantly needing a break or feeling distracted by every little thing around you. Productivity isn't just about getting stuff done, it's also about quality. With balanced dopamine, your ability to make decisions and think critically improves. You can weigh options, evaluate situations, and make thoughtful choices. This doesn't just apply to work tasks, but to life decisions, too. Whether you're planning a vacation or deciding what to eat for dinner, dopamine helps you make informed decisions with a clearer mind, which boosts your confidence and productivity in every area of life. So, how do you keep dopamine levels in check to ensure you stay productive day in and day out? The key is consistency. A well-rounded approach, eating nutritious foods, staying active, getting enough sleep, and practicing mindfulness, will keep dopamine flowing smoothly, ensuring that your brain stays sharp and motivated. With a balanced dopamine system, you'll not only enhance your productivity but also improve your quality of life, making everyday tasks feel a little less like a chore and a lot more like a win. Now that you understand how crucial dopamine is for your focus, it's time to put this knowledge into action. Are you ready to start balancing your dopamine and boosting your productivity? Imagine how much more you could accomplish with better focus and less stress holding you back. It's not about drastic changes, but about small, consistent steps that make a huge difference over time. So, what are you waiting for? Take control of your dopamine levels, start making healthier choices, and watch your focus, motivation, and overall well-being improve. And hey, if you're looking for more tips to help you optimize your health, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next video. Let's make this journey toward a more focused, balanced life together.